Madden football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Minnesota Vikings, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We're counting down the kickoff to what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the champions from the NFC, the Minnesota Vikings. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, for these Kansas City Chiefs, they, of course, were Super Bowl champions 3 years ago. The win over the Niners in Miami. They fell to the Bucs in Tampa a couple years back. They had the blown lead in the AFC title game against Cincinnati last year. And now they're back, making their third trip to the big game in 4 years.
And their recent history only increases the urgency to try and win another Super Bowl title with this group.
Meanwhile, the Minnesota Vikings are back in the big game for the 5th time in franchise history. But we all know one thing has eluded them all these years.
And that's an actual Super Bowl victory, partner. They're 0-4 in their previous visits. Super Bowls 4, 8, 9, 11. And boy, they had some great teams too, didn't they? Bud Grant was their head coach, Fran Tarkenton a quarterback, Alan Page and the Purple People Eaters on defense. They were all Hall of Famers. And don't forget Paul Krause. He's a very proud member of that great secondary they had. So we're going back more than 40 years since their last visit. You think the state of Minnesota is excited about this one? I know they are. They're ready to get this one going.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Well, the Chiefs offense now ready to go to work for the first time, led by Patrick Mahomes, the 2018 NFL Most Valuable Player.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly, you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
They go play fake. Mahomes toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Gonzalez. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They'll keep it on the ground, this time with Charles. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Mahomes now on first down. It's caught to Charles. And he is going to lose yardage here. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's fourth down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. Well, that is not what you want to see from him on the big stage, obviously. And he's been so reliable all season long.
A big part of why they've gotten here to this game. But you have to wonder, will this haunt them later as the Super Bowl progresses?
And the Vikings now heading onto the field. Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. On play action, they'll throw. It's his target. It's Adrian Peterson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And he'll be stopped at the 28. On a play that started at the 14, they pick up 14. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's first and goal. They'll run with Peterson. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Vikings are on the board first here in this Super Bowl.
Brandon, this is the Super Bowl. A touchdown scored in any game is big. In this one, it's massive.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he'll find Hall. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And his pass incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gonzalez. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They run over center with Charles. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw. That's complete. It's Charles. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Now a give inside for and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle, it's Peterson. Room here to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. If you're an Adrian Peterson fan, that's the sign that you want to see right there on the other end. They got to learn to get him down, or this could be a long one.
And it's also the sign that his team wanted to see. Him making that type of a run, having a force and an impact on the game that early, that really demoralizes the defense because they realize it could be a long game trying to get him on the ground.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man, complete. That's Peterson. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the first down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
So after the fourth down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25.
They'll look to throw again. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Vikings will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
Well, they have to be loving this start to the first quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, you're about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
Now the try here for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it's polished off by a Viking score. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And Charles, he's a rookie. He's put it on the ground once. Maybe defensively now they're saying, okay, we can get this young buck to cough it up 2, 3 times. He's got to be careful here.
Yeah, they do tend to zero in on the young runners because once one comes out, as you noted, you think there's an opportunity for more. This is where you have to get with that guy and say, all right, they're going to come after you, but we believe in your talents. Take care of the football, and let's go.
They begin the drive with Charles. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him the first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams that just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On first down, it's Charles again. And some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
63 yards rushing for him now in the opening quarter of this Super Bowl.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gonzalez.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On 2nd and very short, Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he will have a Chiefs first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he stopped immediately there.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that we come to the end of the first quarter of play.
1 quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57.
14-0 is our score. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports.
And we are back and ready to go for the 2nd quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
And the first play will be a field goal try. This will be from 49 yards out. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. So 2 missed field goals for him now. That's helped keep them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reason they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not helping the cause any at all.
And our focus now moves to Adrian Peterson. He's been effective so far over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
After the missed kick, they're in really good position. They'll begin this drive at the 39 now. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the second quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. Wonder if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone.
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go up the middle with Jamal Charles. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Mahomes going to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Gonzalez.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run from the gun with Charles.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll keep it on the ground with Charles again.
And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce.
On the move past the 40.
And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big play there on the catch
formation run, and the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Gonzalez. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They go back to the ground now with Charles. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. He'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Hall. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Up the middle they run, Okoye. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit, and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't.
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are on the board here in this Super Bowl. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. That's Peterson. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. 3rd and 7 now. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And big problems there. They'll say this crossed out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down. They'll hand it off. This is Charles. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Charles. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
On 3rd down, here's the bruiser Okoye. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. He is going to find Hill here.
And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that during the week, they were thinking about these situations, and they feel like maybe they're just the better team, and they want to go ahead and prove it conclusively.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal, so a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack.
Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That one complete to Okoye. No gain on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Two minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. So on 4th down, Andy Reid decides to send in the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Minnesota's offense takes over possession as we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, Nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Peterson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
He will go out right near the 35-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And Peterson, what happened? He lost the football. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. A dump off for Charles. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Let's go, fellas. A little aggressive, baby.
2nd and 5. Mahomes now to throw. Going underneath for Charles. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Looking deep downfield. And this one is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. They complete it to Hill. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 4-point game.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing first half for him, all things considered. And this can serve as the capper. It's a missed field goal in the late going, and that's only going to serve to lessen the mood even further.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
They'll throw now on the final play. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand-new studios here in downtown Orlando and the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for Kansas City. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl.
This taken in at the goal line.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They're going to look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Jordan. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Nice job. Nice patience right there. Put him on the right side. Let him work his way across. Put the ball in his hands and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
First down, here's a run with Peterson.
Up past the 30, second down coming up.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. On play action, they'll throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Now a give left side for Peterson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Second and 9 now.
Throw left side, complete to Moss.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
He'll look to throw.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will stay a 4-point game.
Well, listen, now, no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. Mahomes now on first down. And he'll find Hall. Now he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now an inside handoff for Charles. And he's got some space here. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 104 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this Super Bowl.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick. He's been decisive. And he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! From 13 yards out. And the Chiefs have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Point after here coming up. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They start the drive with Peterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Moss. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
A 10th carry now for Peterson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll look to throw here, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And now here comes Kansas City.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 1st down, Mahomes. That's complete. It's Charles.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 119 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They run over center with Charles. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him first and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a second time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. Now a give inside for Okoye. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, 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 and finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
A try here for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get that one to Carter complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They'll drop to throw. Back-to-back catches here for Carter. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And this will be a Vikings first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He'll drop to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale.
We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the fourth and final quarter.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and it's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Jordan.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Peterson running right. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
2nd down, Peterson again.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And he's got it. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Peterson will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run by Adrian Peterson. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Hall not going to bring this one out. KC's offense ready to take over. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Now a throw here to his running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. That's Hall. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Mahomes to throw once more. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll try and start this drive in the air. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They run it. It's Charles. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Second down and goal. Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Chiefs are starting to pull away in the fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a fourth quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Extra point right down the middle, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1.
Here's Smith to return it.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds his man, complete. That's Peterson. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Now a give to Peterson running left. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
They'll look to throw. Finding Carter on the slant.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. That's a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Finding room at midfield. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And his throw here's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And complete, right side to Cook. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And this one is right through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
It'll be a gain of 5.
And that'll bring up second down. Now Mahomes throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gonzalez. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in this Super Bowl.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gonzalez. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36. Now it's Mahomes again. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
It'll be Charles again. He has been the workhorse tonight, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
To throw is Mahomes. And he'll find Hall. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line. On the counter, it's Charles. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They'll keep it on the ground with Charles again. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Back to throw, Mahomes. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow give the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. They've come so far this year, but they need 2 quick scores late in this Super Bowl. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this one nearly picked off. Well, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. First down now, but that clock rolling. He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw over the middle, caught by Jordan. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
He's going to get this one down to Cook, and he's going to get this down near the 25. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. Second and 1. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jordan. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. And the Kansas City Chiefs are the Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.